Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Hope everyone had a great New Year's, and to start off, we have yet another giveaway announcement. Can you believe it? This time, I'll be giving away 5 of these Larry Elder Show mugs, and you know you want one. Who wouldn't want to have one of these things? So make sure you go to winlarry.com right now, enter the giveaway. I'll be announcing the winners this month, January 20th, live on the Larry Elder Show on Epic TV, so be sure not to miss it. Again, that's winlarry.com. Got that? Capiche? Of course you do. And of course, thank you to everybody who signed up for the last giveaway. We love engaging you guys, so please let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Now, let's go to today's show, shall we? Well, President Biden has finally visited the border.
Surrounded by border agents, President Biden walked along the fence separating the U.S. and Mexico. It's his first trip to the border since taking office. Moments after stepping onto a Texas tarmac, President Biden was handed a letter by the state's Republican governor, Greg Abbott.
It is stunning and astonishing and outrageous that this is his first time down here.
Last week, under mounting pressure from both Republicans and Democrats, the president announced new legal pathways to citizenship for migrants from Haiti, Cuba, and Nicaragua, while ramping up enforcement at the border.
Those changes will probably do nothing more than entice more illegal immigration.
Before taking off for Texas, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said Abbott was refusing to cooperate with the federal government.
But will Biden reverse his reversal of the Trump border policies?
Look at this drone video. We saw more than 500 people cross in a single 1-hour span. That includes this group you're looking at of 300 people. Again, predominantly single adults. They're coming in from all around the world, Central and South America, some from Asia, some from Africa. You'll see many of them dressed very well, waiting with their smartphones for Border Patrol to process them. And then you'll see some of them even walked out to a nearby highway, almost getting on the road before Texas DPS troopers stopped them. Then take a look at this third piece of video. 2 more groups we saw yesterday, totaling more than 200 migrants. Again, almost all of them single adults. We are no longer seeing those mass family units like we saw last summer. Just to put it in perspective, there have now been more than 400,000 illegal crossings here in the Del Rio sector just since October. That's up double from the same time last year.
Joining me to discuss this is Victor Avila, retired ICE HSI special agent. Victor, thank you so much for joining me. Did Biden's trip to the border accomplish anything?
It certainly didn't, Larry. Thanks for having me back. It didn't accomplish anything because it was literally a dog and pony show. They showed them things that you would show a 5th grade class, and that's the dog detects the drugs. It was like a tourist kind of show, really. I'm born and raised in El Paso, and he didn't go to an actual port of entry. They held him in a parking lot. That wall that you see, by the way, is not the Trump wall that he walked in front of, because how dare he walk in front of the Trump wall, right? And give kudos to that the fact that walls work. But he didn't actually go to the areas where the illegals are coming in through. And as you know, they cleaned up most of the city before his arrival. And something that a lot of people don't know is Mexico, on the other side, all of a sudden put their federal forces on the border not to allow any illegal crossings while Biden was visiting. So very convenient for his visit.
The Biden administration's New Year's goals of tax and spend and turn a blind eye to inflation at odds with your goals of securing your savings? When you finally had enough of the games the government is playing with your savings and retirement, diversify into gold with Birch Gold. I know I'm tired of my money being impacted by stupid decisions by leaders in Washington. Now, for over 5,000 years, gold has withstood inflation, geopolitical turmoil, and stock market crashes. And here's the great news. You can still get it. In fact, you can own gold and silver in a tax-sheltered retirement account. Birch Gold makes it easy to convert an IRA or 401k into an IRA in precious metals. Here's what you need to do. Visit LarryForGold.com to claim your free info kit on gold. With almost 20 years experience converting IRAs and 401ks into precious metals IRAs, Birch Gold can help you. Protect yourself with gold today by visiting LarryForGold.com. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, thousands of happy customers, and countless 5-star reviews, secure your future with gold. Start today with a free info kit. There's zero obligation to make this request. Just visit LarryForGold.com. That's LarryForGold.com. Victor, this sounds almost unreal. Now, I talk about Biden, having reversed the Trump policies on the border. Specifically, what has Biden done to make the borders porous now?
Well, like you said, not only reverse the policies like remain in Mexico, the migrant protection protocol, seeking asylum from the first country you encounter, which Congress is hopefully going to address now that Mexico shouldn't be the one that has to be the one that taking on these people and absorbing them through the United States. So really, this is policy driven. But most importantly, Larry, is the ignoring of enforcing our existing immigration laws and our own constitution, our own asylum criteria that we have set to protect our own safety, to protect our sovereignty, has been completely ignored. Lawlessness is what's happening at the border. People are coming in, and you're going to hear it now with the new plan that he has with CBP1 and paroling illegal aliens in. This is completely illegal. You can't do that. Illegal aliens flying on airplanes without any ID. Stuff that you and I cannot do as U.S. citizens, illegals are allowed to do it.
Victor, the cartels reportedly are controlling the border. What does that mean? Does that mean if I am somebody in Mexico and I want to go to America, I have to go via a cartel?
That's right. You have no choice. If you're coming in illegally through Mexico, you will be contacted by the cartels. The cartels used to be drug cartels, and I don't refer to them as that anymore. They're terrorist organization, and just by the footage of this week with the arrest of Chapo's son, Ovedo Guzman, which, by the way, was captured in 2019 through the help of HSI, where I used to work, and I used to work these provisional arrest warrants. We grabbed them back in 2019, and guess what? The president of Mexico released them because the Sinaloa cartel threatened to do exactly what they're doing right now. And Mexico set an incredible precedent, giving more power to the cartels. And so not only are they drug organizations, they have taken over the human trafficking, the human smuggling, because there's billions of dollars to be made there. And yes, you will have to go through the cartels because they control Mexico. They run a parallel government in Mexico as we speak.
You know, Victor, I have been saying for years that if illegal aliens turn residents, turn citizens, turn voters, voted Republican, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But I can't figure out even if that's the motive. What's the motive? Why would Biden reverse everything? 5 million illegal aliens in the country since he's been in office. How does this benefit him? How does it benefit us? How does it benefit the economy? What is the motive, Victor?
I agree with you. It's the destruction of America and really fundamentally changing the fabric of our country. Because at first I was with you like, well, maybe it's because of the votes. But then it was more of a sinister idea. I thought, well, maybe it's not just that. And then it isn't. They're really globalist. Biden's visit in Mexico right now, I mean, him and his buddy AMLO over there are, they're both socialists. They want everybody to come in and kumbaya love. But the problem here, Larry, is that there's a national security issue here. We are facing terrorists. We're facing criminals. We're facing a lot of, besides the ones that are not criminals, we're facing a lot of challenges at our schools, at our healthcare systems. And so this is the part that for some reason, the Democrats, because of their ideology, is not allowing them to secure and defend and put America first. This is the problem that we have is they put Ukraine first. Mexico's putting Mexico first, but I guarantee you that Biden is not there in Mexico fighting for us right now.
But Victor, this hurts Democrats too. I remember the Harvard economist George Borhaus did a study on the impact of legal and illegal immigration, and he concluded that illegal immigration most hurts people living in the inner city, black and brown, with high school or less. And a friend of mine named Peter Kirschner, who sits on the U.S. Civil Rights Commission, said that illegal aliens have cost blacks about 1 million jobs they otherwise would have, and they put downward pressure, almost $2,000 per year, on the wages of people that otherwise would be earning more money living in the inner city. These are Democrats. These are their constituents. These are the people that they claim that they care about.
Because the truth of the matter is they're a public charge. And they come with very little skills, language barriers. I mean, health problems. A lot of this combined, and on top of that, we have our own issues to deal with. And so these small communities, with the numbers that we're seeing, the millions that are coming in, are having to be absorbed into these communities, and it makes a major impact in jobs and the others that I mentioned before. So all of a sudden, your local communities, your local city council and school boards are having to make some very serious decisions here as who they're going to put first, because all of a sudden they will have to take care of these kids. You will have to shelter them. And one of the things, Larry, is now these illegal aliens are coming with some kind of form of entitlement, something that I didn't even see when I investigated and I've worked at border all my career. Now they're like, I'm here so you could take care of me. That's why it's a big issue to look and vet at each individual and, in fact, if they truly and qualify for asylum or not.
Finally, Victor, can this be undone? Can the Trump-era policies be put back? Can the 5 million illegal aliens in our country somehow be found and deported?
Give it to me and Tom Homan. We'll take care of it quick because it's a matter of policy. It's a matter of actually holding Mexico responsible and putting the burden back on these countries, Mexico, Central America, Venezuela, Colombia, Haiti. We have to put them and put them and hold their constituents responsible and their elected officials responsible for their people. And yes, policy matters, and it's a matter of enforcing our own laws. We don't need more laws. We actually don't need any more Border Patrol agents. We just need to allow them to do their jobs, and we could get this turned around quickly. We just need the will to do it.
Victor Avila, as always, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
When we come back, did China change its zero-tolerance COVID policies because of protests, or was there another reason? Now, be sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and scroll down, and you'll see the little notice below and get on our mailing list. Why? Because, believe it or not, for some reason, don't know why, YouTube from time to time has a problem with our videos. To make sure you don't miss any of the videos, get on our mailing list. Also, there's a donate button. You can always hit that and throw a little something in the tip jar to make sure you still get hard-hitting content coming at you that you can't get anywhere else. LarryWithEpic.com. That's LarryWithEpic.com.